Welcome back to Free Media. I'm Amber Duke.
And I'm Robby Soave. The lab leak theory got another boost with the Trump administration changing the government's official COVID page to be all about the evidence for the lab leak explanation. Joe Rogan weighed in. Let's watch.
Yeah, there was just something that got released today that showed, that COVID-19 definitively came from that lab.
1,000%.
100% proof it came from that lab.
I read it, a little bit of it on the way here.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. These fucking people, they just got roped into this.
And it was a completely
criminals.
Man-made
100%
disease.
100%. And they knew that from the moment it happened.
It leaked.
The moment it happened.
They
just lied. And Fauci is just out there walking around.
That's an interesting, it's an interesting case when someone like that in that position repeatedly lied to people about the origins of that.
Yeah. And is allowed to just be free.
And faces zero consequences.
Meanwhile, they were trying to put Trump in jail because he
inflated the price of a condo.
Yeah.
So, yes, I would not say it's been definitively proven more than it already was, because actually if you go to the webpage, it's a lot of information that has already been provided, including by some good, House committee testimony. The FBI, the CIA, and the Energy Department of the U.S. have made the conclusion that lab leak is not definitively proven, but the more likely explanation for COVID. I accepted it as well, that it's the more likely explanation, clearly. However, and this is kind of symptomatic of what the Trump administration is doing. Yeah, it's great that the government no longer yells at Facebook to take down to the plausibility of the lab leak theory, to suppress it on social media. But also the government knows a lot about this that they haven't told us. And they've been ordered to declassify it because Congress voted for that and Biden signed it. So let's declassify all of it. Now, the Daily Caller News Foundation, was it you guys?
News Foundation,
Emily Kopp
Yep.
looked into, and the Washington Free Beacon got some new declassified stuff that was very good about the Wuhan military games. That was fascinating. Sick people.
That was crazy.
At the Wuhan military games. Those are three very scary words
November?
to put to. Yeah, it was before the wet market outbreak. So that would be an open and shut case if that could be more proven. But and I said this on Rising. Okay, so if they have more information about that, like COVID-like symptoms, that could be anything. But if it was loss of taste and smell, then that'd be a slam dunk.
Yeah.
So, and the government might know, but they might know that information, and they're just not telling us. So instead of changing the web page to be like this, it's really weird looking. I don't know if we're gonna put any of it on screen. Declassify the information we haven't seen yet instead of just more publicity for the things we already know. Right?
Yeah, I mean, look, I love a good publicity stunt as an ex-person. It's all fun. We do a little trolling.
Yeah.
But let's actually release new information. It's okay, the White House has packaged it all up with a pretty bow on their website, but I want more. And on the point about Fauci, you saw Joe Rogan reacting much like you do when his name comes up, for good reason. There was a report that came out recently that he apparently gave the wrong date for his retirement to the government and delayed it by some period of months. And then since he's been retired, his net worth has exploded by millions of dollars.
It was like his guidance on masks. I'm gonna retire. Oh no, actually, just kidding. I didn't retire.
I didn't mean
but
it.
yeah, let's retire. 6 feet of social distancing made up on the spot, as we came to know. It is an indictment. But sometimes Trump administration people, maybe they think the right-wing media people are just having too much fun, and they want to do their jobs too, and be like, we're doing photo op kind of publicity stunt things. Okay, but that's for entertainer pundit people. You're actually the government. You have to do the things that these people want. You can't just, you know what I mean? Sometimes Congress is acting that way, even you can you can change the ages. It's you. You have the power to do it. Whatever podcaster, tweeting person in contrarian land, they come up with the views and you actually implement the policy.
Yeah, it's a fun Easter egg, but
Yeah.
Is it actually changing anything? No, not really. I mean, I did appreciate that the administration offered to rehire all of the people who were fired under the vax mandate,
That's
the military,
great.
give them
That's
back
great.
pay. That's wonderful. Let's do more of that. Let's do more declassification. Let's do more testimony if we need it from these NIH officials who were involved in the cover-up. I want them all exposed. They have been for the most part, but can we prosecute any of these people? I mean, I think most Americans actually want to see the individuals responsible for the public health decisions to be held accountable, and there hasn't been any of that.
And to make sure that this never happens again. I don't want to read, as we still periodically do, that similar experiments and reports still funded, still taking place in China. Please stop that. There's no excuse.
And there's still been so much fear mongering. I mean, just a couple of months ago, it was all about the bird flu, and we were just like slaughtering millions of chickens because even though it had never jumped to a human at the time of this happening, we had to kill all the chickens. And then people were, of course, predictably complaining about egg prices after the Biden administration literally killed all of the chickens. Like, this is exactly the type of idiotic response and overreaction that got us to this place of complete denial of civil liberties during COVID, and we just did it again. And like, nobody seemed to even notice actually with the bird flu, because it didn't end up actually affecting humans outside of the egg prices. And then, of course, naturally, it became like a political football where we were blaming the egg prices on whoever the president was, and not on the fact that they killed all the chickens.
Well, isn't the argument? I don't have strong views on this at all. I don't know what the right policy is to do. Their argument is that they have to kill them all because that if there's more diseased chickens, it's more likely it's going to cross over or something.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But it does raise the price of eggs, which even I have noticed now at the grocery store is
They
it's not
have
good.
come down
They've come
quite
down
a bit, but still higher than they were before they killed all the chickens.
Everything in
I'm
this
just going to keep
goddamn
reminding
city
people
is-
they killed all the chickens.
You don't like to see the chickens die.
I don't.
like to see the puppies tortured.
That's also awful,
Was part of
yes.
the White Coat Waste Project. Has been holding Fauci accountable on that front for years, even before he was controversial because of COVID. Don't torture puppies. It's not good. Thanks for watching. We'll have more free media tomorrow. See you then.